afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NAC-MCS Network here. Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine, Judy Castine, and Mac Hunter bringing you the live from Plattsburgh State Class C Championship game of the boys for Section 7. Featuring the Northern Adirondack Bobcats and the Mariah Vikings. The Bobcats seeded number 1 with a 12-1 record, facing off against Mariah with a 9-3 league record.
Overall, the Vikings are 16-6, Bobcats 17-4. And of course, this is Mariah's first trip up to the Class C level. They're the 6-time defending champions of the Class D, but they're not defending this year. They moved up, they got a little bit bigger, and they had to move it to the Class C, and they're seeded number 2, and that's not the normal for them. They're usually in the number 1 seed.
Well, Northern Adirondack and Mariah squared off twice already in the regular season. It was an overtime game down in Mariah, and Bobcats won, I think, by 1 point. Then the game at NAC, the Cats pulled away in the late stages of the fourth quarter in a very close ball game. So they've won 2 times against Mariah, but it's always tough to beat the team 3 times in one season. We'll see how it goes here at Plattsburgh State.
All right, Flurry and Strebel. Now Sargent.
Sargent's number 10.
Rollins. And Swan. Brian Cross is the coach.
Lucas Smart, Northern Adirondack Bobcats, coached by Nate Milo. First one to introduce the starting lineup. Cody Perrier, that's a 6-foot. That's 6-foot, Cody Perrier. Number 10, Red Jensen, also listed as 6-foot. Cody Lambert, listed as 6-foot, but I think he's 6'1", 6'2". Reed Lajoie, I believe, is about 6 foot. Oh, I get to sing national anthem again. Network.
And yes, that was Bill Chase singing the anthem, and that's the best he can do, so don't...
Well, I did a better job the first time.
Well, they'll have to watch the first game to see that one.
Watch the first game, yeah.
Mariah came in here, they had a 57-42 win over Ticonderoga, and the Bobcats a 56-42 victory over the Sable Valley Patriots. And I got that game right here, in fact.
Right.
Yeah.
We got the officials are Dyer, LaBarge, and guy from the Southern Tier.
Southern Tier fellow.
Southern Tier. Young Southern Tier. We got opening tip. We're going to have Sargent facing off against Lambert. Bobcats will be going to left to right on their screen.
Oh, what?
What happened here? Something's going on.
Not sure.
Larry Converse coming out.
Not sure what the situation is. Nate Bilo talking to one of the officials, Jamie Labarge.
Jamie Labarge. The guy, Larry Converse out here talking to a guy in a toque.
Yeah, not sure what that is all about.
Maybe somebody's he's trying to go home. He's from Wells or Willsboro, and somebody's parked in his way. Maybe that's what the delay is.
Well, we'll give a little more information here. These teams have faced each other twice, as you said, Bill. The first time was a 3-point difference, 54 to 50. And then that was at NAC. Then at Mariah, it was 65-54, 11-point win for the Bobcats. Leading scorers for the Bobcats, it's Reed Lajoie with 18.5 points, followed by Brett Jutnan with 14.8. Cody Perrier has 7.2, and Cody Lambert has 8.8. Lambert's a leading rebounder, 11.8. Lajoie 10.2, and Jutnan 6.3. We'll give you more stats as the game progresses because we all want to hear Bill talk about this game.
Naturally. Sargent wins the opening tip. Schwann with the ball. Schwann. That's Strebel. How do you say number 4's name?
Number 4, I'd say Strebel.
Strebel? That's what I'd say. The defense here creates a turnover as the big guy, Rollins, couldn't handle that ball cleanly. Knocked out of bounds. Cody Perrier will inbound. 7:34 here, just the opening seconds of this championship game here on hometown. Excuse me, the
NFHS Network. Bill mentioned all the Bobcat players are listed at 6 feet. If you check Max Preps and look for the
Sargent with the block.
A little after the fact there, I'm surprised there's no call on that.
No, well,
definitely some contact.
Definitely some contact, and definitely we've seen contact in this building. Brett Jutnan slipping on the floor. Reed Lajoie surrounded by Mariah Vikings.
As I was saying, Max Preps.
Strebel, I mean.
Whoever he is. Max Preps has different information. They have the rosters for all the teams, and some of them provide a lot of information, including scoring and height and weight and everything else. And for the Bobcats, every one of them was listed at exactly 6 feet tall, whether they were 6'4" or 5'8".
Undisclosed injuries were reported too. Reed Lajoie. Bobcats, their second possession down the floor. Jutnan from outside, that's off the front of the rim. It looked like it was going to get the roll. Blaze comes down with a rebound. Swann's number 32. Rollins is number 22 with the ball. Makes a move to his left. Lajoie strips it away. Ball's turned over to the Bobcats. No score yet. Bounce pass into body contact here. I guess these guys aren't going to call anything. Bodies flying all over the place. Both ends of the floor.
Well, all you're going to ask for is consistency, Bill.
I guess. So we're going to have consistently bodies flying over the place here in this championship game on Class C. Section 7 from Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse. Saturday, March 2nd. It's a scheduled 6:15 start. Rollins gets tied up. Jump ball.
Bill, even though the Bobcats are favored and having won both meetings, number 1 seed and all that stuff, I think Mariah, with their track record of having 6 titles in a row, I think the pressure is on them.
Rollins, he's had several chances. And now Sargent, with an unconventional underneath the basket, a reverse layup type, puts the first 2 points on the board. We played over 2 minutes into this contest. It's a 2-0 score. There's a Hank. Foul is on Lucas Smart. the not-so-friendly confines of Plattsburgh State for high school basketball games. Rollins, finally, he's had several attempts here in the first 2.5 minutes. He sinks it, makes it a 4-0 lead for the Mariah Vikings. They're off to the early lead here, this championship game here Saturday afternoon. Jutland. There's a blocking foul called on Rollins. He picks up his first foul. That's the first team foul. Based on the non-calls, nobody so far, nobody's got to complain about the first. Shouldn't complain about the first one. Very sizable, big crowd here this afternoon at this field house. Parking. Imagine some people are parked over in the softball parking lot to get in a little bit of a walk. Temperature's not too bad outside. They were in the high 20s. Jutland sinks both of those. So he opens up the scoring for the Bobcats. It's a 4-2 ball game. Sargent. That's partially stripped away by Lucas Smart. Jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of NAC.
Now we arrived an hour before the first game, and there were a few spots at that point where the women's hockey game here at 3 o'clock. The parking lot was pretty well filled.
Much larger crowd here, though, for this championship.
A good turnout here, yes.
This Class C game has than the first game of Wells in Willsboro in the Class D championship, won by Wells in the last second shot by Mr. Stewart. Cody Lambert, his shot's off the mark. He led the team in the semifinal with 22 points. Ball's turned over again by Mariah. First quarter jitters for maybe both teams here. There's not playing at the level we've seen both these teams play throughout the regular season. Bobcats' lone loss in league play was the Plattsburgh High School, who will play in the championship game in Class B following this game against Saranac.
And surprisingly,
a foul off the ball there, Calvin. I believe it's on Lajway. Yep.
So surprisingly, Mariah has beaten Plattsburgh twice this year. And in fact, in league play, the one time they met in league play, that's Plattsburgh's only league loss.
That shot by Swan rims way out and goes out of bounds on the far side of the court in front of the NAC faithful over there.
And we have to mention it every game. On March 6th, Glens Falls will be here facing the winner of the Class B game, and Joe Girard III.
Sargent's on the floor for a second, gets back up, comes up. Sargent and Swan get in the face of Reed Lajway.
As I was saying, Joe Girard III will be here, and the all-time leading scorer in New York State, so a lot of people may turn up to see that ball game.
Joe Girardi?
Girard.
Oh. It's not Joe Girardi's son?
No.
No, used to coach the Yankees?
No.
10 years?
No.
Little good smart. 4-2 ball game. Past 4-minute mark. Looks like this is both teams having their time adjusting. That's off the mark by a short. Three-pointer attempts by Bobcats so far have been a little bit short.
Three-point game, an important part of the Bobcat attack, as you very well know, Bill.
Yes, it is. These teams actually play similar styles. They move the ball quickly up and down the court when they go on the attack. Down low to Strebel. Kicks it out to Sargent. Swan moves to the middle. Finds Rollins. Rollins having difficulty. Come on, he didn't have possession of the ball. They're going to call a foul on Mr. Perrier. Third team foul on the Bobcats here in the early going.
Rollins listed as 6'2", but he looks bigger than that out there.
Well, I guess they didn't include all his hair. That rim's out. Rim's not being very friendly to Mariah here. That's the second time we've seen Jutland fall on this floor 3-on-2. Swan attacks the hoop. Blocked by Smart. Nice defensive play by Smart.
Beautiful block.
Attacks the hoop. He's mugged. No foul call.
Look clean from Mirabel. Those blocks look clean.
Everybody's got an opinion. Mine's the only one that counts.
There's a big foul right there for the Bobcats as Lajoie picks up his second foul with 5 minutes gone. Lajoie's a leading scorer and second leading rebounder.
There's a foul off the ball. That's on Swan. I don't know. There's a couple of them non-calls earlier in the game that have set the tone here, and then there's these ticky-tacky ones off the ball.
Well, we'll let the refs call the game.
4-2 remains the score. We've played almost 6 minutes here in the first quarter. Jutland pops the shot high off the glass. Swan ends up with the ball. Well, the old guy with the cane, he's getting excited over there. Cheering for Mariah.
Jutland with his first foul. That's 5 already on the Bobcats. We got 2:21 showing here in the first quarter.
Don't know what they're discussing. Foul was called obviously on Brett Jutland. Not good for the Cats to get in any kind of foul trouble. Don't want to lose the game on the foul line.
Right in Smart's hands.
Both teams having their difficulties though, maintaining their composure, settling into this game. Lajoie from 3 points. That don't go. We're gonna die by that 3-pointer here. Gotta attack the hoop.
Carrying the ball.
Carry. Strebel looking at the official like, what? Me? Maddox Blaze. He's listed at 6'2". He comes into the game. So some height out there for Mariah Vikings right now. Blaze replaces Strebel. One advantage the Vikings have over the Bobcats, their bench is a lot deeper. Bobcats carry a 9-man squad, but generally only 6 to 7 people play. Lajoie working the boards hard. Rollins gonna pick up his second foul, I believe. Cats can ill afford to go where they have to use their bench more extensively than beyond the 6th or 7th man.
Rollins' second foul.
He goes to the bench. Strebel's back in. The Cats remaining out there with their starting 5. 4-2 ball game. Not anywhere near the ball game we expected to see here between these two teams
so far.
So far. Mariah, I think, being more experienced here on this floor. Some of their players. Somebody got poked in the eye. And Smart ties up the ball game with his jump shot. I think it's Strebel. 1 minute exactly left on the clock. It's 4-4 ball game. Got a finger in the eye or something. We're going to take a timeout called or not?
Nope. No timeout. 1 minute to go. Low scoring.
Scott Rice, he's listed at 6'3". He comes in for Mariah. Strebel laying on the floor, far right of his bench. Sargent will bring the ball up. Down in the last minute. It's only a 4-4 ball game. here in the first quarter. Rice's shot doesn't go. Smart's on the weak side. Comes down with a rebound for the Cats. Control the boards, control the game. Smart. Jutton's going to attack the hoop. He throws it up there. Reed Lajway out of bounds. Off into, I believe, Blaze. Mariah crowd don't like that call. Come out of here tied up. The Bobcats are going to have to be happy, and so Mariah down low to Lajway. He spins to his left, shoots, doesn't go. Lajway again. He's got his footwork going, but you're going to call it travel. His pivot foot.
Still 4-4.
Yeah, Lajway usually very good with his footwork. 4-4, Swan with the ball. Sargent looking to set the pick. Swan moves to his left. Dishes to Rice. That's through his hands and out of bounds. 7.2 seconds on the clock. Bobcats with last possession here in the first quarter. Nowhere near exciting as that first game was yet so far. Cody Perrier quickly finds Jutton. Jutton from outside. That doesn't go. It's through the hands. Perrier puts it up. We're tied up after one. Neither coach has got to be happy with the way things are panning out for their teams. 4-4 is the score after one quarter here on the Class C championship game on NFHS Network.
Okay, Bill, a couple more stats for the Cats. Lajway has 2.2 block shots per game. Jutton 4.2 assists. Perrier, the leading assist guy, with 6.4. And on steals, Jutton 3.1 and Perrier with 2.6. We'll share some Mariah stats a little later on.
Okay, low scoring game here. So far, Rice backing in Lajway. Rice with the rebound. His attack, this time he scores inside the paint with his height advantage working for Mariah there. Lajway having to deal with him and I believe it was Blaze. Strebel, I don't know, is he back in the game? I don't think so. Perrier, he attacks the hoop, dishes down low to, there's a clean block. Number 3, Blaze, I believe that was. No, that's Fleury. Owen Fleury. Blaze is number 5. Inside, Jutton. Oh no, that's Lucas Smart. Pass came from Jutton. It's a 6-6 ball game. Schwann. Inside, there's the floor. The floor, the bounce pass goes sky high in the air. Rice, Cody Perrier there. Prevent him from handling that ball cleanly. Some good defense that time by the Cats. And a little help from the floor. Lajway. He's got Sargent on him. Trying to muscle his way in. Perrier attacks the hoop. Left-handed layup. The Bobcats with their first lead here. It's an 8-6 ball game. A little bit more offensive start. Better start for both teams here in this opening seconds of the NAC ain't gonna like that. Jamie Labarge standing there in a lot better position. Reed Lajway, 3rd foul.
That's huge right there, Bill. That's a huge foul.
Yeah, with 6:34 on the clock. Lajway feeling that he wasn't even near the play that took place. I think that's what his case was, that he wasn't even near the underneath the basket. Blaze misses the first one. Strebel's returning, Rice's help. Swan, Fleury.
And it looks like Lajoie is going to stay in there for a while. Coach Bilo certainly hasn't given up on the argument.
Makes 1 and 2. It's an 8-7 game.
Remember years ago, Bill, it used to be the guy who made the foul was supposed to raise his hand, and that's how the people keeping the book knew who the foul was on. Well, every once in a while, somebody else would raise their hand. So
Judnian down on the floor again for the 3rd time in this half. And that was sliding without the ball. Perrier can't convert. Lambert comes down with the offensive boards. Perrier down low to Smart. Smart puts it back up and in. Plays with the block, but Smart grabbed that rebound. Sargent with the hot dog.
What a shot that was, Bill.
Nice shot, but rubbing it in their noses. Judnian. Hey, off the glass and in, 12-9.
Judnian.
His first points of this afternoon. It's a 3-point lead, 5:47.
I can't believe Coach Bilo's keeping Lajoie out there. With those 3 fouls, that was the 2nd foul on Swan.
Well, his choices are go to Tommy Bergeron or Doug Roberts or Mr. Garrett or Kevin Roberts. I think we got a timeout. 30-second timeout. 5:46 on the clock. 12-9. Bobcats over the Vikings here on the NFHS network. 30-second timeout. Things are heating up here in the second quarter, Calvin. It was 4-4 after 1.
And looks like we still have Lajoie out there. 5:46 to go in the second quarter.
Mariah, 6-time defending Class D champion. There's Sargent.
Sargent
from downtown. He scored the last 5 points.
Makes it 12-12.
Sargent staying close to Lajoie. Knocked out of bounds off at Swan as Lajoie tried to give Mr. Corey Lambert down low, but he was surrounded by 3 Vikings, so he had a difficult time. The only thing was it remains in the Bobcat possession for them. Judnian attacking the hoop, loses the ball. It's a 12-12 game. We're all tied up here again. 8 points scored by both teams. They've doubled their production. Sargent for
way down.
That doesn't go. That doesn't convert. Judnian. He thought about taking that 3.
That was from City Hall, Bill. That was way downtown.
Judnian attacks the hoop. Can't get the roll. Lajoie on the putback. He scores. So that's an important part of the Bobcat offense too. Is the offensive glass. If you don't keep Lajoie and Lambert off them boards, they can pick up some good easy points that way. Out of bounds.
Lambert had his position planted, didn't move his feet, didn't move into the player, so good call, I think.
Cats, they had 5 quick fouls in that first quarter. They've only, they're 4 minutes left in the half. They still have not put Mariah in the bonus. Judnian having difficulty on this floor maintaining his, he's sliding all over the place. Perrier. That's knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Fleury.
Well, as long as Judnian's sneakers don't blow up like we saw recently in that college game.
Yeah, the big guy from Duke ended up getting hurt. That was against North Carolina. Lajoie's jump shot on the putback. Smart. That doesn't go. Sargent comes away with it. Sargent. Loses the ball. Had nothing to do with the Bobcat defense. That floor creating that turnover. Down low to Lajoie. Swan comes over to back and swats that ball away from Lajway. 14 to 12 is the score. Cats up by 2. Perrier, that's short. Comes into the arms of Strebel. The rebound does. Fleury, a little flash of the dribbling skills. Perrier. Bobcats doing a nice job actually on the glass. Especially on the defensive glass, not getting second opportunities. Smart. That guy's got
And that was Lajway's 4th foul. 3:06 to go in the first half.
Full timeout being called. 3:06, 14-12. Cats up by 2 on the NAC-MCS network. Okay, 3:06 on the clock left here in the first half. Coach Nate Bilo is forced to go to the bench as Reed Lajway has just picked up his 4th foul. It was an offensive foul. With all the body contact going on prior to all this, it's just surprises me that call was made even. So, but unfortunately for the Bobcats, that's the way it goes.
Well, Doug Roberts has come in for him. Roberts has put in a lot of quality minutes this year. He's really stepped up, Bill.
But one thing they're missing from the Reed Lajway is, in particular, is his offensive presence. He's led the Cats over 18 points a game throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. Mr. Lambert going to have to pick up some slack. The man goes down, you just got to pick up your teammate. That's all part of the game. Jutnan drives down to the baseline, swings back out, loses control of the ball. 2:27 on the clock. Strebel. Loose ball. Strebel can't hang on to it. He's sitting on it. Off and ahead of somebody or something, I think. Ends up in the hands of Strebel on that bad scramble. Shot clock was reset. Lambert gets a hand in there in the passing lane. Ball's turned over. Perrier. Lambert. 3-on-1. Perrier hustling back. And with the 3-on-1, Mariah converts. They've got the lead back 16-14. I believe it was Fleury that converted on the layup. Jutnan from downtown. Doesn't go. Strebel. Quickly up to Fleury. Fleury lays it up and in. Sargent with a heads-up pass. Finds Fleury. Beating the Bobcats down the floor. 4-point lead. Doug Roberts from outside. That's short. Bobcats have been short all day. I don't know if you noticed, but it just seems to be one guy involved in every call. The same official. Unfortunately, another call on the Bobcats. We're going to go down to the floor. Rollins going to shoot the 1-and-1. .102 on the clock. It's a 4-point lead. It's a 5-point lead. Cats got to maintain their composure. Mariah in this position, got to take advantage of their opportunities. And they're doing just that here in the second quarter. In the later stages, that is. Second one, rims out. Lambert pulls down the rebound. We got a minute left. They're down by 5. The Bobcats are. They're 0 for 5 or 6 from the 3-point line. When they attack, they've been better off. Bounce pass. Doug Roberts from outside. That doesn't go. Lambert had it. They tried to bounce past the Perrier, but it was stolen away. Blaze attacks the hoop. Jutland moving up the floor quickly. Jutland left-handed. Don't go. Perrier. Ball's loose. Perrier knocks down Strebel. We're going down the other end. Shooting to 1-1. Second foul on Cody Perrier. Rice returns. Rollins is out. Get a breather here. He probably won't be back until the next half. 24.3 seconds on the clock here. Cats down by 5. Been outscored by 15-10. $16-10 now. Strebel hits the first one of, well, he's going to get a second one because he hit the first one. Second one rims out. Lambert. Smart puts it up and in. Big basket there. Makes it a 4-point game. Doug Roberts got Jutland. Jutland in 3 seconds. Does he get it up? He does! Over 2-point game and a half. Jutland uses speed. Roberts with a heads-up play there. And the Cats are within 2 at halftime. 20-18 is the score. And Mariah Vikings on top here in this Class C championship game on the the NFHS network.
Back to Key West. Maybe give me 3-4 days off.
So good! So good! I gotta hear! Let's hear it, folks. Big round of applause. Big round. The Lake City Juniors, the Lake City Kids, the Lake City Dancers, and the Lake City Breakers. From center.
Well, the Bobcats are within striking distance, 20 to 18. Here in this Class C championship game on the NFH or NF, what is it?
NFHS Network.
NFHS Network.
Well, Bill, I think definitely Mariah can look at that lead and say we're leading, but the Bobcats had that little glimmer there by getting the last two baskets to bring it back to a 2-point game. So I think both coaches had something encouraging to say to their teams because of the way the half ended. Robert's still on the floor, Lasway's still on the bench. We'll see how long.
Roberts from downtown. Foul called on number 3. Flurry. Bobcats will get a reset of the shot clock and possession over again here. Roberts has been taking 3-pointers, but Jutnan tries to make a strong move to the hoop. He pulls it back out. They reset it. Roberts finds Perrier. Cody Lambert trying to set up under the basket with Rollins on him. He comes out on top. Cats, be patient here. See Brett Jutnan slide again. Gets the friendly roll. I don't know if it's his sneakers or if it's the floor. He's sliding all over the place like ice skates. It's tied up. Reverse layup. Don't go. Rollins pulls down a rebound. Hale with Cody Lambert. Almost stole it away. Swan finds trying to muscle his way down into the paint. Sargent, spin move, shot off the mark. Jutnan comes away with the ball. We're tied up 20 to 20. Score after one complete quarter was 4-4. Bobcats outscored 16 to 14 in that second quarter. Roberts cannot be NAC's number 1 guy on the offensive end. Should be the 4th or 5th option for him. Perrier pops a shot. Lasway underneath. He was way underneath the basket. With them long arms, he's able to pull the ball out front, lay it up off the glass and in. It's 22 to 20 with a 4-point run. Start off this quarter for the Cats. Bill Chase, Calvin Castine, Judy Castine, and Mac Hunter here. Bringing in this game live with the Worldwide Net. Running jump shot by Flurry. Makes it a 2-point game. I think both teams are settled in a little bit more now here.
It's a tie game, Bill. 22-22.
Tie game, excuse me. Well, it's a 2-point game. I got to the 4-point lead, then I was thinking the 4-point game. My mistake. Jutnan muscles down that rebound. This game's going to come down to a lot of I want it more than the other team. Who's it going to be? Mariah, Northern Adirondack. Mariah, defending 5-time champion at Class D level, moving up to Class C. 3-pointer. Roberts underneath. Blocked by Sargent. Roberts, great offensive ball. That rolled off the back of. That was according to Wayne LaBarge. Rolled off the back.
Wayne should know. His son is roughing.
Streebles out. Blaze back in. Jutnan picks that down. The Sargent telegraphed it. Was his feet set? Swan, his shot short. Rollins, partially blocked, and last the touch by NAC. It's a 2-point game, 24-22.
I know I've seen Jutland make some amazing shots in the course of the year, but that time he should have been looking for Perrier.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a 2-on-1. Rollins pushes it up. Blaze on the weak side. That gets enough on it to fall up over the rim and in. 24-24, 4.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Championship basketball. Team second foul called. Fouls on Blaze, his second. The Vikings. Jutland likes to take things in control himself. Underneath his labor. He squeezes through the pack there. Pulls down the rebound, puts it back up. It's a 4-point game.
It's a 2-point game, Bill.
Oh, I thought they were up by 4.
26-24.
Oh, it was tied up? I don't know. I'm wishing for that 4-point lead. But now it's a 1-point lead for Mariah.
That was Fleury with a triple.
Fleury with a triple. One of the few 3-pointers either team has made here in this contest. Rollins picks up the loose ball. Lost control by Smart. Blaze. He lays it up and in. Cats. That's Sargent running out of bounds. Up into the stands. Knocks down a chair. Chris Hartman. Right on top of things. Picks that back up.
It was all over it.
It's a 3-point lead. 29-26. Mariah on top of NAC at the moment. Been a back and forth game so far. Biggest lead been 5 for Mariah. NAC's biggest lead, 2 or 3. The hanker by Swan. Timeout called, 3:06 on the clock. 29-26 is the score here, championship basketball. Mr. Milo during that foul shooting was having a pretty heated conversation with the official called Mr. Stahl. Lamarge and Dyer, the other 2 officials. Downtown, Schwann. So in this third quarter, the later stages, Mariah has gotten hot and the Bobcats have cooled off. They're down by 8, the largest deficit so far here. Maddox Blaze picks up his 3rd foul. 5 team fouls now on Mariah here in this second half. Lucas Smart is a little bit short. Blaze comes down with a rebound. Sargent running ahead of most everybody. And Jutland. Foul's going to be on him.
His 3rd.
3rd foul.
Only the 2nd foul here in the second half for the Bobcats.
Brett Jutland chattering with Schwann. Oh, the foul shots are being taken, please. He walks back here all the way to in front of the NAC bench. Schwann makes them both, or 1 of 2. It's 35-26. 9-point margin. Down under a minute. Lajoie with a hard pass. Too low for Lambert to handle. Strebel. Foul called either on Sargent or
Vikings foul number 10, Jared Sargent, his second.
Sargent picks up his second foul. .5 seconds.
9-point lead.
Gotta make your shots. The opportunities come. NAC's only scored 8 points here in this third quarter, compared to the 15. Timeout called, 30.5 seconds on the clock. It's a 35-27 game here on NFHS Network Championship Basketball. Okay, the waning seconds of the third quarter here. Cats in a big hole. Mariah sitting comfortably with a 8-point lead. And they have possession. Reed Lashway picking up 4 fouls in that first half.
Relatively early in the first half.
Well, he went to the bench with 3 minutes left in the half. Didn't return until a minute and a half left here in this third quarter. So basically without the services him for a full quarter plus. Some issue with the clock or what, I don't know.
No idea what that was all about.
I don't either. Looks like they took 0.3 seconds off the clock. Sargent to the hoop. Foul called on Lambert, I believe.
It makes it double digits, 10 points.
The nail biter we were hoping for don't look like it's going to be producing here.
I think that first game spoiled us, Bill.
Yeah. 3-point play completed. It's 11-point margin. Remember, Wells was down by 11 points. Jundin, a little bit out of control. Swan walks through the coaches, the players of NAC and the coaching staff. 38-27, 3 complete quarters here on the NFHS network. Okay, we're back. 8 minutes left in this game of regulation anyways. Cats in a big hole. 38-27 to the Vikings. Class C championship game. The number 1 seed Wells won with a last minute shot. 48-47, was that the score? I think so.
Something like that.
Something like that.
1-point game.
Bobcats are going to have to play some great defense. Prevent scoring. Well, now they're down by 13. Cody Perrier from outside. That doesn't go. I don't think they've made a 3-pointer yet. Swan with the ball.
The 3-pointer has been a big part of the Bobcat offense, and they've got only one 3-pointer in this game.
Cody Perrier on the turnover. Takes it down by himself. He converts. It's a 40-39 or 29 game, not 39. Lambert sticks his long paws in there. Creates a turnover. It's up enough to keep it under control and in his hands. Got to be patient. Make stops. Reed Lashway from downtown. Got to follow your shots there. Qualified Bobcats stood and watched that, hoping in a prayer that it was going to go in. Nobody crashing the boards. Okay, Could work the clock. Be patient on the offensive end. Mariah should be. 5 seconds. Blaze turns it over. Rollins has been on the bench for some time now. But there he goes. As soon as I mention his name, head coach Brian Cross sent him to the scorer's table. Lucas Smart tried to hand off to Reed Lashway, and I don't know if that was a very good pass on his part. Too close to the confines there to make a good handoff. All right, my feet are starting to hurt now, Calvin, and you want me to stay for the third game?
You're going to take off your shoes, Bill.
Take off my shoes. There's the timeout. We'll take off my shoes during the timeout. 6:04 on the clock. 40-29 is the score here at this championship game at Plattsburgh State. We're back. 6:04 on the clock. 40-29, 11-point lead for the Mariah Vikings, the defending Class D champions.
Oh, they're not defending Class D, but
D, I said.
Yeah, but they're not defending the Class D.
Well,
but 6-time Class D champions.
Okay. Not anymore. The Class D was claimed now by Wells. And Mariah's trying to pick up a Class C title here. The 7th title they'll have if they can hang on. And their chances looking good. Blaze attacks the hoop. It's off the mark. Pulls down his own rebound. Sargent, who has played very hard in a great game for Mariah. Rollins. Blaze says, what? I was holding him? Actually, I thought that foul was going to be called on Lashway.
He was looking over his shoulder.
We're in the bonus. So we're going down to the floor, other end of the floor, shooting the 1-and-1.
That's Blaze's 4th foul.
Blaze's 4th foul. He's picked up 3 here real quick in his second half. And I said, we're in the bonus, meaning the Bobcats are in the bonus. Lashway makes the first one. It's got to be mentally tough on Mr. Reed Lashway right now. And frustrating. And he's got to work through it and hopefully help your team get right back into this game. He makes 2. Full court pressure. Swan telling people to come to him. It's a 9-point game. Sargent, he's off the mark. Lashway comes down with a rebound. Jutnin. Is that off his foot or is that darn floor? But it's a turnover. Either way.
Took a funny bounce, but it caused it.
Right.
5:10 left in the ball game.
I'm never returning to this gymnasium to watch any more basketball.
Section 7, Class C. We got to come back for watch Gerard.
42-31. As the Vikings convert. Jutnin. Travel. Actually, I don't see the fight in the Bobcats right now.
Well, they're battling the scoreboard, not just the Vikings at this point.
Sargent tags the hoop. Lambert comes away with it. Perrier tags the middle. High off the glass. And in. Cody Perrier doing what he can. Rollins in midcourt. Perrier trying to deny Sargent the ball. The big guy. Chest bumps of Perrier. Lashway. Rollins dishes to Strebel. Strebel Moves to his left. Three-pointer off the mark. Swan. Was it swatted out to him? I think it was NAC player had a hand on it.
That was swatted mainly by Rollins.
Loose ball. Lajway gets down on the floor. Rollins able to regain control. That means Lucas Smart got a hand on that. Mariah winning all the 50-50 balls right now. Rollins is his fourth foul now. 42-33.
3.5 to go.
And Mariah still very much in control here of their destiny. Gotta hit the three. Doesn't go. Swan, Sky's up there. He finds Blaze. Lajway with the block. Blaze does a nice job of boxing Lajway out before it goes out of bounds. No, that's not Blaze. That's Fleury. Excuse me. Owen Fleury, number 3, back in the contest.
Closing in on the 3-minute mark with that 9-point difference. Mariah taking their time, Bill.
And they should do so. Rollins going to back in Lajway. Steps. Turned over. Gonna make a run, you gotta do it now. Owen Fleury. Off the mark. Blaze comes down with a rebound. Cody Perrier picks up a foul. It's his fourth. Team fourth. Perrier with 4 fouls, Reed Lajway with 4 fouls, Rollins with 4 fouls.
2:45 left in the game.
Jutton trying to help out Lucas Smart. Smart recovers to block that from Sargent. I don't know how he did, but he did. Great play by Smart. The bounce pass. Strebel gets a hand in it, knocks it out of bounds. 2:26 on the clock, 24 seconds on the shot clock. Bobcats with possession under their basket. From downtown, Jutton can't convert. Grabs a long rebound, tags the hoop, gets it to Lambert. Lambert fouled. He'll go to the line, stops the clock. 2:10. Fouls on number 4, Strebel. It's only his first foul of the afternoon here. It's going to be a later night than last night. We're going to start later, aren't we?
Next game scheduled to start at 8 o'clock. It's 11 minutes before 8 right now, so
Oh, yeah. Okay.
it'll be much later than scheduled.
I'm going to have to renegotiate my contract in between games.
No problem.
42-35, 7-point game. Lambert hit both shots.
Under 2 to go. Mariah will try to run that clock down.
NAC, that third quarter, they battled back in the second quarter to make it a 2-point game at halftime. The third quarter, Mariah outscored them, out-hustled them. Five fouls called on Lucas Smart. His second of the night. Team 6. Sargent will go to the line. 1:40 on the clock. It's a 7-point margin for the Mariah Vikings. The number 2 seeded team. 9-3 overall league record of facing off against the Bobcats here. 12-1 overall league record, just the league record, and they were the number 1 seed. Played Mariah and NAC played twice during the regular season. Close ball games, both of those. But the deciding third game, the big third game here at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse, and they enjoy the lead. Lajway. 9-point game. They're going to call a timeout. That's going to bring Mariah fans to their feet. 1:24 on the clock, 44-35. Mariah over Northern Adirondack here on the NAC-MCS network. What was the score?
I don't know.
2-something, Queensbury. Playing Plattsburgh. Oh, Northern Adirondack running out of time. Down by 9. 1:24 on the clock. And Mariah has possession. Gonna have to foul quickly. Stop the clock. Hope they miss. Make a bunch of threes. Send it in overtime. Jutton had a foul to give.
4th foul. And that'll be his 5th. They're just trying to get to that 7th foul.
Brett Jutton, senior on the team, fouling out of the game of this championship game. And Brett Jutton, an outstanding basketball player, and had an outstanding season in his senior year. We'll tip our hat to him, but unfortunately, things have not worked out the way he'd probably liked it to here this evening.
You got Lasway, you got Doug Roberts, you got Jutton, you got Cody Perrier, all seniors.
That rims out. 44-35. Lambert from downtown fouled. He'll shoot 3 foul shots. 1:11 on the clock.
And that's what Mariah doesn't want to do, is stop the clock.
Man, have him shooting 3 foul shots.
It could have been worse. He could have made it and been a 4-point play.
Right. Lajway, just a sophomore. Him and Lucas Smart will be returning for Nate Bilo next year. Be counting on some JV players to come up and help them, try to get them back into a championship game next year. Pretty heavy laden senior squad for Mariah. They're losing quite a bit of players, I believe.
Fleury's a senior. Sargent's a senior. Drake is a senior. Bizan is a senior. Rice and LaRoe.
Rollins, the big guy, is only a junior, so he'll be back. That's a lot to contend with right there next year for anybody. Swan, he's a quality player. He returns next year, number 32. 45-38. Late stages here of the 4th quarter of this Class C championship game of Mariah versus Northern Adirondack here on the NAC-MCS network. Bill Chase, Calvin Castine, Matt Hunter, and Judy Castine doing all the work for the NAC-MCS network. You can find that on your, just Google it. My daughter Amanda, living in North Carolina, She watched some of the broadcast last night.
She's probably watching right now, Bill.
She probably sees the tail of the tape here and she ain't watching no more. 46-39. The 6-point game. 2 3-pointers and it's tied up. Doug Roberts puts Swan on the ground. Cody Perrier and Reed Lajoie come along and help Swan back up. A little bit of sportsmanship on their part. These teams have battled each other 3 times during this 2018-19 season. .104 to go. It's the front of the 1-and-1. It'll be all double bonus from this after this. Swan makes that a 7-point game, so it's more than a 2-possession game at this point. 8-point lead. And make Perrier pull it up. He quickly moves it up the floor from outside. 3-pointer doesn't go. Reed Lajoie puts it back up. He can't get that to convert. Fleury pulls down a big rebound.
Down to 53.1. Roberts picks up his second foul. Chance to make it a 10-point lead again.
Double bonus now. Shooting 2. Mariah's third quarter play has helped them push them up to the lead that they have now. It's a 10-point lead. They've maintained the lead throughout the fourth quarter. Bobcats not having a great third quarter offensively. Rollins gets tied up with Lambert and Doug Roberts. We're going to go down the other end of the floor.
Coach Bottle will tell him to stop fouling, I think.
He may be doing that.
It's a double bonus, so they didn't have to be down here for the first shot.
Well, Mr. Dyer was a little lonely down here by himself. He said, hey, come on down here, a couple of you Bobcats. 3 Bobcats underneath the basket. Rollins will get to shoot 2. First one is good. So we're going to tip our hat to the Mariah Vikings, Brian Cross, and the whole basketball team.
Looking at their 7th consecutive title.
7th consecutive title. 6 at the Class D level. Now 1 at the Class C level. And then the big quality program they've put together. Perrier, his spin move. Rollins muscles into for the rebound. Fouls on Cody Lambert.
It's his 3rd foul.
36.6 seconds on the clock. Mariah will advance. They'll play where next week?
Mariah will play right here against the 10-2 winner.
Thought that was Beekmantown. Oh, that's Class B.
Oh, no, that's right. It's at Beekmantown. It's at Beekmantown.
So Mariah claims 2 titles, right? The girls won yesterday?
You're testing my memory here, Bill.
Didn't they beat Osable?
Yes, they did.
Won 2 Class C titles. Both boys and girls are advancing New York State playoffs. Reed Lajoie has had an outstanding year for Northern Adirondack. Sargent. He's going to trying to run the clock out. 53. Lajway rolls on the ground with Rollins.
Lajway is slow to get up. I hope he's not injured. The Mariah girls belt won the last 5 D titles. As we said, the boys won the last 6. So winning them both is nothing new for the Vikings. So this will be the 6th year in a row that they won both the boys and the girls titles.
The only thing different now is this year it's at the 2000. It's a Class C title. Perrier shot doesn't go. Sargent will let this run down. And Mariah pulls out the 14-point victory. 55-41 here. They are the Class C champions for 2018-2019 school year. And we'll have a presentation of awards. But I gotta run quick. You're gonna have to do the rap by yourself.
All right, no problem, William.
Okay, I gotta fly.
Well, if you're watching this live, don't worry, Bill will be back for the championship game of the Class B, Plattsburgh and Saranac. Matt Wallentuck and Larry Converse out to present the hardware. Bobcats aren't even going to get their... Bobcats are walking off the floor. Bobcats did not come up to get their... Oh, there's Coach Bilo. And Coach Donahue, Coach Gilmore. So, now we'll watch Mariah, Owen Fleury. I apologize for all the people who keep standing in front of us. Strebel. This is Blaze. Sargent. This is Drake. Smith. Demars. Rollins. Cody Petro. Swan. Rice. Lareau. Bryce Sprague. Deal. And Coach Cross telling his players to get out there and accept the hardware. So it's 8:05. The next game is scheduled to start 5 minutes ago. Obviously, that's not going to happen. So we'll just wrap it up here without Bill Chase. There, that's really unfortunate that Bill had to depart, but those things happen. But he'll be back for the B game. For the Bobcats, Smart finished with 8 points. Perrier with 9. Jutland with 8. Lambert had 11, and Lazare had 5. Over on the Mariah side, 13 for Fleury. Strebel had 3. Blaze had 5. Sargent 17. Rollins 8. 7 for Swan. And 2 for Rice. For a total of 55. So for Bill Chase, who had to depart. For Judy Castine, who just got done pointing that camera at me. And for our tech man, our expert, Mac Hunter, this is Calvin Castine saying thanks for watching the NFHS, your site for live streaming high school sports.